Your job is about to be replaced by a robot. McDonald's is currently opening their first artificial intelligence slash robot run McDonald's. Why is this happening? The main thing that this is happening is because wages keep going up and companies really care about their bottom line. As wages keep getting pushed up, a lot of costs are associated with running staff. And a lot of people who have a job tend to complain, and the same way a lot of business owners tend to complain. But there needs to be a happy medium. So I just wanted to get out there and explain a little bit more of how much it actually costs to hire somebody, to onboard somebody, to train them, and then as well to fire and replace them. I'm going to give you examples in my business, Amigos Tutoring, in which we have 7 physical locations for tutoring, 6 in Miami-Dade County and 1 in Broward. To start off is first with hiring. The first starting point is actually posting the job. So right now, currently our operations manager would be posting these jobs, which normally takes them about an hour a week to be reposting jobs depending on where we need. Number 2 is actually reading the actual resumes, which is the same thing, can take about another 2 hours per week. Then once he does read them, he does schedule them for a virtual interview, which just scheduling somebody doesn't really mean that they're going to see the notification, that they're actually going to show up. So he does need to call them, and he as well does need to kind of remind them either with a text, a voicemail, or a message, which that can take even longer, sometimes 2.5 to 3 hours a week. Then actually conducting the virtual interview also does take anywhere from 3 to 4 hours per week. We do our virtual interviews on Thursdays. Once that person is, their documentation is done of the virtual interview, they'll move forward onto an in-person interview. And in person, same thing, that can take about 45 minutes to an hour per candidate. And typically we interview around 4 to 5 people per week. So that's another extra 4 to 5 hours per week. All of those times are times that I'm paying an operation manager to be able to do this. So that's time on the salary that does imply the cost of hiring somebody. Once we do hire somebody, we actually need to schedule them for onboarding, which their onboarding is usually about 2 weeks long, and where they shadow, they learn kind of how our metrics work, how to be professional, how to talk to parents, how to actually follow our procedures. And that is paid time that we're actually paying that person for, usually around 25 hours per week. And it's going to be for 2 weeks. So you're looking at 50 hours at usually around $15 the hour. So you can do kind of the math. The numbers start adding up here. Now, once we actually onboard that person, their payroll is going to be anywhere from $14 all the way up to $25 an hour, depending on the level of the experience of the tutor. While having the tutor, there are other incurred costs. Sometimes they do need to miss a shift. Somebody needs to cover their shift. As well, they do get bonuses. They do get different prizes that they can also win for cash. Also, per employee, as the employer, we also need to pay a different kind of insurance. We need to pay workers' compensation if they do get injured. We also need to pay our payroll system, which also uses the platform so they can track their hours and track their pay and their taxes. And then the unfortunate truth is that not every tutor is going to last with us forever. When a tutor does quit, obviously we build personal relationships with our students as tutors. And we also end up losing some clients because they love the tutor. Whether we put a new tutor that's better or knows more, sometimes the parent doesn't care and the student doesn't care. So we end up losing money whenever somebody does quit because we do need to replace them. And we start that process again. So for us, whenever we do start from the starting point all the way to the ending point, it can cost anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 to be able to hire, train, onboard, and the replenishing cost of an actual employee. So when we do hire somebody and we do add them to the team, we make sure that they are the right fit for us, that we are the right fit for them, and that we can be placing them in the most successful position possible. It has to be a win-win for both parties. And as you can see, all these costs do add up, which is why so many companies, just like McDonald's, are trying to find different ways of using artificial intelligence and robots to reduce those costs. It does have a higher initial cost because it's a big investment, which is why those big boys can do that. Some of the smaller fish like myself cannot. But it will open up some new doors. So I do think that it's something beneficial for the bottom line for the company. I do think that it'll be beneficial for the company for creating more jobs and creating more jobs that have higher technical skills. So I am excited for the future. We are excited for what's to come. And I want to thank every single one of you guys for watching this video. If you did like it, if you did enjoy it, or if you have any comments, make sure to comment down below. Thank you guys very much for watching.